What's up, guys? Back here again with Temperistic, and going to be showcasing Titanfall here today. And I've already given you guys 3 videos to look at on my channel. If you scroll all the way to the bottom and you look in the gameplay/commentary section, but this is actually going to go into the walkthrough section, or maybe it's not even going to go into a section at all. But I'm not going to be playing this. I'll be giving you guys a couple new videos. Probably not tomorrow. Probably Monday. If not Monday, definitely Tuesday, because I'm off Tuesday. Probably Monday. I'm just going to give you the need to know news episode. But right now I just want to show you all the classes, all different classes, weapons, grenades, etc., little abilities you have. And then I will actually play the game and give you guys gameplay. Like I said, Tuesday is probably your best bet. Probably not Monday. But yeah, this is Titanfall. This is actually the game. This is not the alpha. This is not the beta. This is the actual game. Once you log in, and actually when I downloaded this, it didn't take that long. I got the hard copy from my GameStop. I slipped in the disc, and then it took less than 10 minutes probably. It wasn't that long, and they said it was going to be long to download since it's like a 30 gigabyte game. I think it's 20. But yeah, you'll see this. This is the main menu. You'll see the message of the day. Thanks for playing Titanfall. Here's our Twitter. Here's both of our Twitters, our Facebook, all that stuff. And then if you press X, you see the data center. These are all the different servers that you have to play on. Of course, I am going to choose the Western United States because I live in California. And then these are all the different countries that have access to the game. And yeah, so let's see. You can select, you can switch profile, and you have an intro, options, where you can tweak everything. Let me show you the controller settings here. So I thought that I was going to play on bumper jumper, but I decided to really stick with default just because it feels better. I feel like bumper jumper is a setting that I'm only going to use while playing Halo, and I really just like default on this. And then, so yeah, they do have bumper jumper here, and then they have bumper jumper pilot, evolved, and then at the top, right next to it, you'll see it tells you what is different than default and everything. Button kicker, and then Fruit Loop, I think is the Call of Duty setting. So if you're a Call of Duty player coming over to Titanfall to play a little bit, I think this is your best bet that you want to play on. But yeah, those are the different button layout and sticks. If you're a lefty, I'm left-handed, but I don't really use this at all. And then stick layout, default, southpaw, legacy, southpaw, and that's it. And then you have your sensitivity, invert, drift, vibration, fuck vibration. I don't know who plays with automatic sprint. Let's see here. That's about it. You have your game manual and everything. But let me show you guys the actual game. If it loads today, there we go. Okay, so many different options. So you have your, okay, so this game doesn't really have a campaign, but it kind of does. You're going to be playing as the IMC and the militia. You need to play this campaign in order to unlock the Ogre and the Strider Titan, or you're just going to be playing with the Atlas Titan. And yeah, so the difference between campaign and classic, which is the multiplayer, is, I mean, they try to, like, you'll start off and you'll see the difference, just little snippets of cinematics here and there, and before you start in the pregame lobby while you're searching for other people to play against and for people on your team, you're going to be hearing audio from the characters that are in the game and the cinematics and all that. So, I mean, it's pretty cool, but it's not that much campaign, but there is a story behind it. And so, and then you have your multiplayer, which is classic. You have your training mode that you can go into if you're new. And then let me show you, the first is the pilot loadouts, and here are all my loadouts. So let me just start off with the primary weapons. There's a pretty good amount of weapons here. So you have the R101C carbine, which is an assault rifle, and it's what I use It's the weapon that you start off with, and then you can see the bars, the damage, the accuracy, the range, the fire rate, and the magazine capacity, as well as above you'll see a description of what it is on the right hand side. And then the next weapon is the EVA 8 shotgun, which has the highest damage. Not that big of a magazine capacity, but I don't use this. And then the next is a smart pistol MK5, which, okay, what it does is it locks on. It's easier to kill. This is really a weapon you want to use if you're trying to get a lot of points for your team. If you're killing grunts or specters, then this is the gun you want to use, because it locks on in less than like 1 second, less than 2 seconds, and then all you have to do is fire the trigger. And if it takes more than 1 bullet to kill him, the gun will automatically fire as many bullets as need be to kill the person that you're aiming at. I have not tried to kill anybody with it. I've used it and have killed only the AI opponents in the game, but honestly I think it's a stupid weapon. It takes no skill to use, 0 skill, and I have a class for it only if I'm in a bad mood and I feel like playing like an asshole. But other than that, I do not recommend using this gun. You know, if you really want to showcase your skill, please don't use this gun. It's really annoying. And then the next gun is the R97 Compact SMG. If you are a close quarters kind of guy, then this is the gun you want to use. Even though I'd still say I would pick the carbine over this, just because I'm used to it more. And then you have the longbow DMR sniper. So there's 2 different kind of snipers in this game. So the longbow DMR sniper is the one where I don't think you have. Yeah. You need to lead your shots with this sniper, and then there's another sniper that is the only gun. If you look down below, the Kraber AP sniper is the other sniper, and you do not need to lead your shots. All you have to do is aim and shoot, and then you can see the difference. This has 8 magazine capacity, this has 5. And then the next one is the G2A4 rifle, which is, I think, is an awesome weapon. It is a semi-automatic gun. It fires 1 bullet every time you pull the right trigger, and it's a trigger finger gun, and I really like it. Next is the Hemlock BFR. Any Halo fan out there, any Halo player, this is the battle rifle. This is the battle rifle from Halo, and it is amazing. It fires 3 bursts around, 24 in the magazine. I honestly think that Respawn Entertainment did make this for Halo fans, no lie. It is an amazing gun. I used this carbine because the Hemlock has ridiculous recoil. For real. It's no, just no. But it's still a fun gun to play with. Next is the CAR, or the CAR SMG, and you can look at the difference between the 2. Same magazine capacity. Oh no. This one has 30, and then the other one has 40, and then damage is a little higher, accuracy is a little higher. Range is about the same, and then the fire rate is a little bit lower. And then you have the Spitfire LMG, which is a pretty good gun, and I've used it before with the burn card. It was pretty good. I just don't like using LMGs because I think they're really cheap and they have no recoil whatsoever, and they're easiest gun to use. And then of course the Graper, which I showed you. So those are all the weapons in this game that you can use as a pilot. Let me show you your anti-Titan weapons. You have the Archer Heavy Rocket, which when you zoom in on a Titan, it will lock on. If the Titan isn't moving, it takes about 2 seconds to lock on, and then you fire, it automatically locks on, and it does a pretty good amount of damage. I'd say to take down a Titan, if it was standing still and you were just like testing out, it would take about, to make it go nuclear, it would take 6 rockets, I'd say, something like that. I don't know. And then the Sidewinder, which is your other anti-Titan weapon, and it just fires a bunch of smaller rockets. And I think this does lock on. Let's see here. It lacks precision due to its large spread. but I feel like it's easy to aim with this, even though it says it isn't that easy. But and then you have the mag launcher, which I think is my favorite anti-Titan weapon, even though I use the archer for heavy damage, because you use this weapon and it spits out a bunch of grenades, and it's really good for doing damage and annoying the hell out of the people in the Titan, because you're constantly getting hit. And then the last one is the charge rifle, which is self-explanatory. You just charge it up, aim, and let loose, let the trigger go, and then boom, you do damage to the Titan. So those are the only 4 anti-Titan weapons in the game right now. And then you have your sidearms. There's only 3. You have your auto pistol, your Hammond P2011, and then your B3 Wingman, which I use because it takes about 2 bullets to kill somebody. It is very strong in short range types of situations. And then for long range, of course, you're going to use these 2. And those are your 3 sidearms. Your tactical ability, there are 3. Cloak is invisibility. I like to use this when I eject from my Titan. I press left bumper immediately so I can be invisible and confuse the enemy, because it is almost impossible to see invisible people when you're in your Titan, but it's a lot easier when you're out of your Titan. And then you have Stim. Stim boosts movement speed and health, so it's just like you move twice as fast, and then if you're hurt, you activate it and it automatically regenerates your health. And then the last one is the Activator Pulse, which when activated you can see little okay, let me try to explain this the best way I can. When you activate it, you'll see orange skeletons, and those are the grunts and pilots and specters. And then so orange, depending on what team you're on, orange and then blue are the 2 colors that it shows off, and then you can see people through walls and all that. I don't know what the range is on this, but it goes pretty far. So those are your 3 tactical abilities. All 3 are amazing. Stim definitely plays in my playstyle because I'm an aggressive player, but I use Cloak just because I can move around easier. And then your ordnance, you have 4. You have a frag grenade, and it's simply a frag grenade. That's all it is. And then an arc grenade, which when thrown, it doesn't blind Titans and it doesn't blind people, but it does a good amount of damage, and it scrambles their screens. So it almost blinds them, but not really. It's just really annoying when you get hit with one of these, and yeah, it's hard to distinguish where the enemy is. And then you have a satchel charge, which is a C4 pretty much. You have to manually detonate it, and yeah. And then you have an arc mine, which is pretty much like the arc grenade, except you just put it down on the surface, and then it does interference like the arc grenade, and yeah. So those are your 4 ordinances. Your kits, you have 2. The first one has 6, the second one has 6 as well. So the first one, you have Enhanced Parkour Kit, which it tells you right there. The Enhanced Parkour Kit allows you to wall run and wall hang for increased periods of time. And then you have your Explosives Pack, which increases the ammo that you can have for grenades, satchels, arc grenades, mines, all that. And then your Power Cell, which I use, which recharges your Stim, your Cloak, or your other one, which is called the Radar Pulse. And then you have your Run Gun Kit, which lets you fire your pistols and your submachine guns while you're sprinting. Your Quick Reload Kit, which is self-explanatory. You just reload your guns faster. And then Stealth Kit, which is something that you unlock at 48. I'm a level 43, so I have 5 to go until I unlock it. And it makes your footsteps silent and makes your jump kit exhaust nearly invisible. So when you double jump to get to places, you have a jetpack, and you have smoke that comes out, so it'll make that nearly invisible so people can't see you as easy. And then your footsteps silent, so anyone wearing a headset will not be able to hear you. So if you play Call of Duty and you use Deadeye, which is pretty much the same thing, then there you go. So that's the first kit. The second kit, you have your Dome Shield battery, and actually, this is your second kit pretty much helps out your Titan. So the first one is your Dome Shield Battery. When your Titan falls, when you call it down from the sky and it hits the ground, there is a shield around it, so nobody can fuck with your Titan. Like, let's say you call down your Titan, and then right after you do that, you get killed, and you're like, shit, now my Titan's gonna get killed, and I can't get in it. Well, don't worry, you still have a good amount of time to get in it. And I suggest you use this if you want the shield to last longer. So, and also, if they try to fuck with your Titan, when this shield is activated, it will actually hurt them a little bit. I did it yesterday. I tried to punch one of the Titans that was in the shield, and I actually was taking damage. So, yeah. And then you have your minion detector, and if you're the type of player that just likes to kill grunts and specters, well, there you go. It shows where they all are, and then you can get points and all that, and call down your Titans faster. And then you have your warp flow transmitter, which is what I use, and it just calls down your Titan faster. Dead Man's Trigger, which all your mines, all your C4s, your explosives, when you die, they will all explode. And then the Ice Pick, which, okay, so you all have data knives. You can use your data knife to hack specters so they can fight on your side, and then you can hack turrets so they can fight on your side. And yeah, those are the only two things you use your data knife for, and it just increases the speed which you can do that. And then your Guardian Chip, which you unlock at 49, and it just upgrades the targeting system of your auto Titan. So if you don't want to use your Titan, if you don't want to be in it, you can just activate auto Titan. You can put it in guard mode or follow mode. In follow mode, it will follow you around and try to protect you. In guard mode, it will stay in one spot, it will not move, and it will fight and guard that one spot. So guard mode is definitely good when you're playing hardpoint, because you want to, guard the hardpoint. And then follow is good if you're playing attrition or capture the flag, probably. And this Guardian Chip pretty much just makes it like if your auto Titan's like a level 5, it will make it a level 10, so it will make it fight better. And then your gender, male, female, all that. So that is that. And then here are all my customizations. You can have up to 5 custom pilot, whatever you want to call it, your little customizations. And then Titan loadouts. Like I said, there are 3 different types of Titans: your Atlas, your Strider, and your Ogre. The Atlas is a combination of the Strider and Ogre Titan, which is what I use. It is a Titan that has really strong durability as well as pretty good speed. And then the Strider and Ogre, they're just, let's say you use a fusion card from you use polymerization, you fuse them together, and you get Atlas. So you want to use diffusion, and you want to actually just use one of these. Then if you're an aggressive player, I would suggest the Strider. I have played with both of these, and I prefer the Atlas just because of the situations I've gone into. So the Strider, it may be fast, but it is very weak. It is easy to take down. Its core ability, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about core ability. So core ability is an ability that you activate by pressing down on the directional pad. You just press down on it, and then it activates. The Atlas has a damage core, which does more damage when activated. The Strider has a dash core, which makes an unlimited amount of dashes, which you activate by pressing A. And you can be annoying and just go really fast. And then the Ogre has a shield core, which gives it an extra layer of shields, just like an overshield in the Halo. Once you activate that, and you can look at the durability, speed, and acceleration of them. And then the Ogre is a durability Titan, which is slow as fuck, but it can take a lot of hits. So I don't know what you'd use these. Probably a Strider and capture the flag, so you can capture the flag. You can get in your Titan and capture the flag faster. And the Ogre, I don't know, maybe hardpoint to guard the. I don't know when you would use this, but if you're not going to pick the Atlas, definitely pick the Strider. I don't pick the Ogre just because it annoys me to play with because it's so hard to move around. But let's go into the primary weapons. You have your 40mm cannon, which is what I use. It is a semi-automatic weapon, and oh yeah, I forgot to talk about. There's so much shit to talk about in this game. Hold on, let me go back to the pilots real fast. So on your guns, you have all these. You have your iron sights, HCOG, and then hollow sight and AOG. So you have 3 scopes, or you can not use them. And then after you pick one, you can have 3 more. You can use the factory issue, which is normal, extended magazine, which gives you more ammo in your gun, or you can suppress it and make it silent when you shoot. As you know, when you shoot, you appear on the map to your enemies. So yeah, each one has different things. I'm not going to show you all of them, but yeah, just let you know, you can customize your weapons as well. Back to the Titan loadouts. So yeah, you have your 40mm cannon, extended magazine, burst fire, which is like you can turn it into a battle rifle and fire 30 rounds per every shot, but I like to use extended magazine and just let it fire 1 bullet every round, and yeah, it does a pretty good amount of damage. You have your quad rocket, which every time you fire it, 4 rockets come out in a spiral formation, and you can use extended magazine or rapid fire. And then you have your chain gun, which is a machine gun, and you can put, a lot of people like to use accelerator with it, and what it does is it makes it spit out a lot more ammo at a faster pace. So if you hold down the trigger, bullets will come out faster. Rather, if you tap it and you hold it down not that long, bullets will come out at a slower pace than if you were just using the factory issue. You do get more ammo with this. The accuracy is decreased, but the fire rate is increased. And then, of course, extended magazine. And then the plasma railgun, which, in my opinion, is the worst primary weapon for a Titan. I used it, and the thing I hate about this gun is that you have to zoom in order to shoot. Apparently, by zooming in, you charge up the gun, which I don't like. But yeah, I don't like it. It's extremely powerful, but the fire rate is trash, and yeah. And then the arc cannon, which it's pretty much like the plasma railgun, except it's better. You just hold down the right trigger and charge it up, and then boom, you can just shoot it, and it's really good. And it's really good taking down pilots and guys on the ground. And my second favorite, I don't know, chain gun might be my second favorite primary weapon, but definitely for 3rd place or even a tie with the chain gun, triple threat is a funny ass awesome gun. It is a noob tube grenade launcher Titan weapon. You can compare it to the grenade launcher in Halo Reach. You can shoot them 2 ways. You can shoot it vertically, or you can shoot it horizontally, and you can change how you want to shoot it by holding down the left trigger and zooming in. And it's just awesome. It takes down enemies on the ground that aren't in Titans so easily. It does a lot of damage, and it's a strategy kind of gun, because it just depends where you place your bombs, and it shoots out like bowling balls, and the bowling balls are explosive. So those are your primary weapons, and then you have your 3 tactical abilities. Vortex Shield, which if you're getting shot at, you can turn around, activate your Vortex Shield, and then catch all the bullets that are being shot at you, and you can throw them back to your opponent. I think if you hold it down too long, it will explode in your face. So when it's blue, it's all good. You're absorbing all the bullets, and you're gonna throw it back to them. But when it turns red, that's when you want to throw it back, because if you hold down too long, it can do damage to you. Electric Smoke is what I use. You kind of want to save this, because if you get rodeoed, and rodeoed means that if a pilot hops on your back and starts shooting you, then you want to activate your Electric Smoke, and it will kill them or make them get off of your back. And then the Particle Wall is what the Ogre Titan uses the most, and it just puts a wall up. Your opponents cannot damage you when, they can't shoot through it. You can shoot through it, but they can't shoot through it. So it's very good if you're Ogre. You can't move that fast, so just put a wall down, and then you can get your shields back, and yeah. But I like to use the Electric Smoke. Atlas Titan, probably want to use Electric Smoke, Strider, Vortex, and then Particle Wall, Ogre. So there's one for each Titan. And then you have 4 ordnances, and they are all rockets that you can use. The rocket salvo is just a bunch of rockets that are randomly shot. You have to manually aim them. They are not lock-on rockets, and as you see in the description, they are unguided rockets. They a lot of rockets come out, and it does a lot of damage for close range. Slave warheads, you have to look at your enemy titans for a good amount of time, and then right when the crosshair turns red on them, you fire, and it means that it's locked on. And again, these rockets, there's a lot of them that come out. The cluster missile, which is a good missile to take out enemy on the ground that aren't in a Titan, take out pilots, militia, specters. What it is, it's one missile, and once it hits a Titan, or when it hits anything, pretty much, a bunch of mini missiles come out and do extra damage for about 5 seconds, I'd say 4 or 5 seconds, and then you have the multi-target missile system. Excuse me, excuse me, and it's self-explanatory. It can shoot missiles at multiple targets. So let's say you have 12 rockets to use. 6 rockets can hit one Titan, and then the Titan next to it can shoot the other 6. And it's very good if you're getting double teamed to shoot those rockets. Try to make them back up so you can get out of there and get help from your teammates. So those are the 4 ordinances. I use the cluster missile, and yeah. So let's go to your kits. Your first tier 1 kit, you have nuclear ejection, and I use this one when you go nuclear, and you'll know when you go nuclear because you won't have any more shields. You will have this caution tape kind of like flag, and it will be filling up with red juice or a red bar or whatever you want to call it. And if it fills all the way up, you're gonna blow up. So you want to eject, and you do that by rapidly pressing the X button, and it will eject you. And once you do that, your Titan will have a nuclear explosion, which does a ton of damage to anybody near it, even yourself. So when you eject from your Titan, make sure there's no ceiling above you, because if you hit your head on that ceiling, you're going to come back down in your own explosion, and you're going to kill yourself. So make sure you're in an open area when you eject, but it does a ton of damage. I've killed 2 Titans at once, actually, because they've been too close to the explosion, and I've ended the game. So this is very good. And then you have your regen booster, which it regenerates your shield at a faster rate than normal. So you probably want to use this for the Ogre Titan. And then you have your fast auto loader, which makes it so you can use your missiles, your ordnances faster, so they fill up faster after you use them. And then the dash quick charger, which is something you probably want to use with the Strider Titan, which just after you use your dash, you have with the Strider you have 3 dash bars, Ogre 1 dash bar, and then Atlas 2 dash bars. They fill up every 3-4 seconds, I'd say, and if you don't have this, you want to use them wisely, unless you're using the Strider, because they fill up easier and the bars aren't as long. And this is really good for the Strider, so you can move around faster. And that's like with the Strider, you want to dodge your opponent's bullets, so any thing that you can equip on your Strider Titan to dodge your bullets is the best, because you don't want to get hit because you don't have that much shield and you don't have that much health. So the last one is the Tactical Reactor, and it recharges your tactical ability faster, and the tactical abilities are, of course, the Vortex Shield, Electric Smoke, and Particle Wall. So it will let you use them faster. And then the last tier 2 kit, you have your Auto Eject, which automatically ejects you from your Titan when it goes nuclear. Well, not when it goes nuclear, but when right before it's about to blow up, it will eject you, and it will automatically camouflage you. Even if you don't have the cloak, what do you want to call it? Even if you don't have the cloak tactical ability on, and you have some other ability, it will still cloak you and get you out of there. And then you have your Survivor, which is what I use, and I guess you want to use this with your Ogre Titan. When you're degrading, when your Titan is degrading and it is going nuclear, the bar will fill up at a slower pace so you can fight longer before you have to eject out of your Titan. And then you have your core extender, which extends your core ability. So just like your Titan, you have to wait about 3 minutes, 4 minutes after the match starts for your Titan to be built and for you to have the ability to call it in. When you get into your Titan, you have to do a certain amount of damage, or you have to wait a certain amount of time to be able to use your core ability, and this will let you use your core ability longer when you have the ability to do so. Big Punch, it just does an extra amount of damage when you use the melee ability of your Titan. So let's say your Titan does 40 points of damage when it punches another Titan. Now it's going to do 60 or 80 points of damage when you have this on. And then you have your core accelerator, which makes your Titan's core ability charge more quickly. So if you have to wait 2 minutes for it, now you're only going to have to wait 1 minute to use your core ability. And that is your Titan and Pilot loadouts. Let me show you the burn cards. Of course, I can't show you all the burn cards because I don't have them. I'd say you can hold about 40 to 50 different cards, and then you're going to have to discard some to get more. You can equip 3 at a time. As you see, I have 3 equipped already. Let me just show you the ones that I have. You have prosthetic legs, and it just makes it so you can move faster. And then in the top left hand corner you can see different icons. Each card is in its own class. You have these ones with a skull on them, and it just gives you a better version of a gun that you can already use. I have the Amped R101C and the Hemlock equipped, and it just makes it so that it does more damage and all that stuff, and it has a different scope. And I have a sidearm, I have more powerful satchels, and then more powerful grenades to use, and then my fast learner, which earns me double experience. So when you activate a burn card, like if you activate it right when you start the match, right when you die, that's when your burn card is done with. As long as you stay alive, your burn card will not go away. And yeah, so there are rare burn cards, and you will know if you have a rare burn card because in the top left hand corner it will be a shape, it will not be a skull, it will not be a lightning bolt, it will be a star, and it will be a gold star. There is the rare cards where you can call in an Ogre Titan or an Atlas or a Strider at the beginning of a match. Those are very rare, the rarest. I have only gotten 1 so far. And then you have a rare card where you can, like after you die and you don't want to respawn, you can actually take that death back and just come back to life right where you died. So if you died by somebody, you can get revenge on them and kill them, and they'll be like, what the hell, I just killed him, how did he come back to life, and all that stuff. And there's some other rare cards that help you out too. You can check your game summary, you can check all the experience you've earned and top challenges that you've completed, your personal stats. You have an overview of everything, your challenges, weapon unlocks, all that stuff, the gun that you've used the most, your kill records, your kill death ratio, and it has a little chart for you, your total kills, all that stuff. Tons of information. The time you've played, I've played 8 hours and 22 minutes. I've been in the air for 1 hour and 5 minutes. I've been wall running for 2 minutes, and I have been wall hanging for 0 minutes. And then it shows you the amount of time that you've been using each Titan. Of course, I've been using the Atlas for the longest amount of time. And then you have the distance traveled when you're sprinting and all that. Your Titan weapons, which ones you've been using the most, how long you've been using them, same with the Titan. And then miscellaneous is just random facts. I have called in 118 Titans. I have hacked 0 Spectres. I've activated that many burn cards and all that other stuff. And then you have your challenges, tons and tons of challenges to unlock scopes and stuff for your guns, and then you have options. And that's about it, guys. If you have any questions about this game, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I will try to answer them. I did play the alpha and beta, so I do know a good amount of information about this game. But that's basically the whole game. It costs $60. You can get the regular edition of the game, or you can get the collector's edition, which is limited, so I don't know if there's any more. That's the edition where you do get the 3-foot, 2-foot Titan. I don't know how many feet it is. It's pretty sick though. But anyways, guys, that's it. This has been a showcasing of Titanfall, which is available for the Xbox One and the PC. Of course, with the PC version, you do have to have an Origin account, and it comes available to Xbox 360 owners on March 25th. This has been Temperistic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out, and I will see you guys in the future.